Well, Pete, it's been a long time since we've either seen you on the racetrack or here in the mix zone. I mean, what's the last 80 days looked like for your team? What's been the focus? What's been the focus while your competitors been racing and battling it out?
Yeah, it's been a little while since I've been here in the mix zone, but it's been an incredibly busy time for us as a team. You know, everyone in our team's been working incredibly hard to try and get through our last few months of development. You know, we've put a lot of new components on the boat, and we really feel like it's in a good spot to get into racing now. It's been a whole heap of learning as well for the sailing team side of it. You know, it's been a pretty rushed build up to the Christmas Cup, and we definitely found ourselves short in a few instances where we've really you know, polished up on those areas now.
There's been plenty of opportunity to really study your competitor, you know, through the Prada Cup. How much of a threat do you think the Challenger really is?
Oh, I think they're a massive threat. Yeah, I think also looking at the way they've improved during the Challengers series, it's probably interesting looking at the Challengers, you know, a year or so out. You definitely would have picked Prada as being the favourite, but you know, then seeing how much American Magic and Ineos both developed, you know, late in the piece, you know, I think it made for a Challengers series where not many people could predict who was going to be the winner coming out of it. But you know, at the end of the day, as a defender, you know you're going to have to verse the best of the Challengers, and that one of them's really going to stand up. And you know, we really feel like Rossa did a great job of doing that, and now we're looking forward to racing there.
It's been 3.5 years' work, 30 years of history, a home event. You know, how big a career moment is this for you, Pete, and for the boys?
Yeah, well, I think, you know, we were chatting about this in our morning meeting this morning. You know, it's not every day you get to compete for the America's Cup, especially on home waters. And, you know, I think that moment's not lost on anyone in our team. You know, everyone within the team's, you know, incredibly proud to be here. You know, incredibly proud to be representing New Zealand, and you know, also proud of the history that, you know, our team represents. You know, they've been in, well, New Zealand's been a team in the America's Cup for a very long time now, and you know, I think we're really proud to, you know, represent the country we call home to try and defend it on home waters.
Pete, you're going to be leading them out there tomorrow for the first two races. I mean, does Pete Burling get nervous? How are you feeling on the eve of all of this?
Oh, I think the excitement's probably the biggest word to describe, you know, what I'm feeling, and you know, I think what a lot of people are feeling within our team. You know, it's been an incredibly hard amount of work for the last 3 years to, you know, by not just the sailing team, but by so many people within the four walls of our base. You know, the designers have been putting in, you know, their hard work, the boat builders, you know, and there's been so many tight deadlines to get the boat to the point where it is now to be ready to race. And you know, we're just looking forward to, you know, doing our part for the team tomorrow, and you know, going out there and, you know, showing everyone what it can do.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thanks.
Finally, Max, we're here. Tomorrow, Luna Rossa will line up in the America's Cup match. Put into words how big a moment this is for your team.
Well, it's big. It's big because we worked more than 3 years to try to arrive to this moment. It's a kind of relief. Finally, we go in the water racing, which is what we train and work for so many months. And I think it's a good thing because it will stop some of the conversation and discussion which are not related to what's going to happen in the water. And finally, we're going to see how big and how many difference there will be between the two boats.
As you say, there's been lots of rumours here in Auckland, particularly about how strong your opponent is going to be. I mean, what are you expecting from the competition?
Well, we are expecting obviously a strong team. They're the defender, they won the cup, and they write the rule. Yeah, we write the rule together, but obviously they knew already way in advance what sort of boat it was supposed to come, and they're going to be fast. We know they're going to be fast because they prove to be fast. We didn't sail against them since December because when we had the practice day, they didn't want to sail with us. They sail only against Ineos and American Magic. So we monitoring them, we followed them, but it's always hard to judge performance by just watching them sailing. We don't have any data of them, and so it's hard to predict. But the only thing we can say, when we race against them, they prove to be really fast. So we are expecting them to be fast. We need to just understand how fast.
You said in the press conference that you'd had a whole team meeting this morning. I mean, how is Luna Rossa going to approach these opening races? And, how much do you believe that you can beat the formidable Kiwis?
Well, we believe 100%. Otherwise, I'm not a kind of guy which does the job for money. I'm doing whatever I do as long as I believe in what I'm doing. And the 100 people are in the tent. They believe we can win the race. And we're going to give everything because, it's a life opportunity. It doesn't happen often. There is team there that are trying to get into the final for year, and they never did. So it's a big opportunity for us, and we're going to give everything from the kitchen to the guy which is working on the guard.